Hey Bo, this is Randy. I was just sitting on my back deck and I thought I would show you the various places in my yard. I sent you an email about all the birds that have nested in the around my yard this year. I thought I'd show you my yard and some of the trees where they've nested. So this is a pin oak that I planted in 2005 and it's now about 30 feet tall. I got a pin oak because it's a very fast growing oak tree, and it provides a lot of shade for the backyard. And I had a wren box up here, right up there, earlier this year. It was nested in, and then I took it down because I didn't want them nesting anymore in it. I've also had robins nest in this tree, not this year, but the last 2 years they've nested in this tree. And then back in the corner here, I've got a bush that I'm hoping to attract cardinals, although I haven't had any cardinals nest in it yet. But it's real thick and bushy back here, which is kind of ideal cardinal habitat. We did have cardinals nest in a neighbor's bush right over there, right in that bush right there. In fact, the nest is still in there, but that's the nest where I think the wrens destroyed the eggs. The nest is still there. There's one egg in it, but the cardinals are gone. And so these are my dogs. Actually, one of them is mine and one we're watching for 3 months while their owners move into a new house. That dog is mine and that's the one that we're watching, but they're both great dogs, well behaved, and they're good in the house. So moving along in the backyard, we've got this blue spruce that just this year alone we've had mourning doves nest in here every year, house finches nest in here, and occasionally robins will nest in there as well. So that's a very popular tree. Those two bushes over there almost never get, I've never had a nest in those bushes and probably never will. They're not really big enough and they're kind of on their own. And then going over to the side of my yard, you stay here guys, stay here. Hey, get back. All right, good boys. This is another area where I'd like to have cardinals nest sometime, but these bushes aren't quite thick enough. So maybe in a year or two, when they thicken up a little bit, we'll get some cardinals in here, I hope so. This wren box, this is a tree. I've never had a bird nest in the tree, but they've nested in this wren box. They nested again this year. I think they're gone. I don't hear the wrens anymore. You know, the wrens, as you know, are very vocal. And for the last week or so, I haven't heard anything at all. So I think they're probably done. And I may take that one down. And then walking towards our front yard, we've got these real thick trees that are about 20 feet tall. And we've had a couple of nests in here this year. Walking over here, you can see right up here, right up there, that's a robin's nest. They nested up there in early May. They're long gone. And then coming over here to this tree, I've had all sorts of nests in here in prior years because it's really thick in here. So up there, you can see a nest, and that's a grackle. I think it's a common grackle's nest. That was new this year. And then I think you can see a robin's nest up there. That's still being used. That's the second. That was just built about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks, and I know there's eggs in there, maybe babies. I obviously can't see up there, but there was a mother sitting up there just yesterday. And then over here, you can see our yard has been very dry. It's been a very dry summer and our yard is pretty shot. But that tree here, never had anything nest in there. We've got a little garden going on here. I have had a tree sparrow nest in these bushes before, but not this year. And then we've got a nice birch tree right here, which I've never had anything nest in, probably never will, unless I put a bird box up. And then this big thick bush over here would be an ideal bush for cardinals, and it's very thick, but I've never had anything nest in there. Here comes my dog. He's anxious for me to play with him. So nothing's ever nested in there. And so this is the side of our house. I actually dug all this up this year. We put all these new flowers in. Those are hydrangeas that over time should get real big and bushy. So I just thought I'd show you the house, and there's a rabbit in the yard over there. Last year we had this. Now I'm in my neighbor's yard. We had robin's nest right in there, but they abandoned the nest soon after they built it. I think there was too much activity and the nest was too low. So there's my car, garage, and yeah, I can show you the neighborhood. This is my neighborhood here. And these people across the street are die-hard University of Michigan football fans. University of Michigan is about 45 minutes north of us. That's looking down the street and back at our house. And that's it. Have a good day.